a visit was going to happen. Charlie was going to visit heaven. We cut to Emily. Emily would be very excited about this visit, as she was excited to meet Charlie the princess. However, they had a dark secret. When Lilith went to heaven, she had another daughter. That daughter's name was Emily, which made Emily and Charlie half-sisters. As this dark secret was kept from them both, Emily was very excited for the visit. However, before the visit happened, something weird would happen as Adam would walk up to her. As Adam seemed more friendly than usual, as Adam would give her free food, Adam would talk to her, and it seemed off. Eventually, Emily would say, "Why are you doing this?"
Emily would say, "Adam, you're rarely nice to people, especially me." Adam would say, "Well, there's a reason for that. I wanted to tell you something." As Sarah would say, "Not now." As then Adam would say, "But when? She has to know. I'll tell her after the meeting." As Adam walked off, Emily was confused. What was that all about? She didn't know, but she continued on her day. As in the meeting with Charlie and Emily and Sarah happened, everything happened like in canon, except this time we cut to Charlie, and Charlie noticed something about Emily.
Charlie would see Emily in a different way. Charlie could view Emily, and she couldn't explain it. Emily seemed so different to her. Emily seemed like she was like her. She was kind like her, she spoke like her sometimes, and she was uppity like her, but there was more to it. It was almost like she had demonic blood. Charlie couldn't explain it. After the meeting would go like in canon, Emily would be very upset, as she felt like her whole world was crashing down around her. She felt like they were lying to her about something, but she didn't know what. They didn't want these people to come to heaven. They didn't want these people to have a second chance, even though heaven should be about second chances. Heaven should be about people getting better. And she didn't know why they wouldn't want this, so she decided to go digging one day. As Adam was off, busy on the extermination, Emily would go into his house and break in and begin to look through papers, as she found something truly horrifying. She was the daughter of Lilith, and she was Adam's daughter. As she would be shocked, she didn't know what to do. She just stood there until she had to go see her dad. As she flew down to hell, she was too late. She would see him laying on the floor. As Charlie would say, "Emily, what are you doing here?" Luke would also look at her, as then she got down on her knees and say, "Why didn't you tell me, Dad?" As she began to cry. Everyone was shocked. As Adam said, "No more tears. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. I didn't find out until not too long ago, in fact. I wanted to tell you.
That's why I was so nice to you yesterday. I thought we could be a family." As Adam passed away, Emily was shocked as all the angels were flying away. Luke would say, "It's time to go." As Emily got up and said, "Charlie, I need to tell you something." As Charlie said, "I'm sorry about your father. I didn't. You're my sister." Charlie would say, "What?" "Lilith, she had a daughter with Adam. You're my half-sister." Charlie was shocked as they both looked at each other, as they realized they had a connection. Emily had to go. Before they went, Charlie smiled, as Emily and Charlie would hug each other tightly. And Charlie would say, "I love you, sis." As Emily said, "I love you too." As Emily left, Charlie would just stand there looking upwards. As Lucifer would say, "So, what now?" Charlie would say, "What do you mean? You have a sister now." And well, drama's gonna happen up there. She might get kicked down. You think I can be in her life too? I know she's not my daughter, but she's your sister. I'm sure that we can be together as a family. Charlie would smile and say, "I would like that, but I don't know if she would, and who knows if she'll get kicked down. But for now, we gotta rebuild." Lucifer and Charlie would agree, as they would rebuild the hotel and start to sing. But this time, they would have a new note, as they sung about Emily. As Emily went up there to confront Sarah about the truth, suddenly something would happen. Sir Pinchus would come up. Emily was so excited to help Sir Pinchus, and she was excited to tell the people down below. However, Sarah knew this and decided to use this against her. After hours of helping Sir Pinchus get settled in, suddenly Sarah would say, "I have a deal. Keep this between us. Help me hide Sir Pinchus in heaven. Keep him in his own private room. Do that, and I'll let you see your mother. If not, you'll never see her." Suddenly, Emily was shocked. You can't mean that, Sarah. Come on, you're not my sister. I've only put up with you because it would keep the hierarchy. We had to let Lilith in because she saved us from hell. You are nothing but a waste. You were here because we needed you here. Do this, and you can see your mother. If not, you can go down below with your sister, Charlie. As Emily began to cry, she couldn't believe this. She couldn't believe she had to make this choice. As Emily would stand there for days on end crying, not able to move, not able to know what to do.
As Emily sat there, eventually Lute would walk in and say, listen, I know Adam was your father. We didn't always get along, but I respect your father, and I respect you, but you know what decision's right. Come on, defend heaven. Keep him a secret. Emily would get up and say no. Lute would say, if you say no, I'm going to have to tell Sarah, and you're going to be casted down below. You really don't want to meet your own mother? You really want to throw everything away just for them? Just for those sinners? Emily would say, those sinners were defending themselves after you tried to destroy them. Lute would sigh and say, have it your way. As in, Lute and Sarah would then come back. Sarah would say, one last chance. Don't tell anyone. Emily would say, I must speak the truth. I must help others. It's in my nature. It's in an angel's nature. As Sarah would say, you're not an angel. If anything, you're just half human. As then Sarah would summon a portal, as Emily would fall down into the below.
As Emily looked, she was surrounded by red sky everywhere, and she needed to find Charlie, but before she could, she just cried. She couldn't believe it, cast away from her home, gone forever. Now, the only family she had was Charlie, or so she thought. As she heard footsteps behind her, she heard a voice. Why are you crying for, daughter? As he turned around, it was Adam. She couldn't believe it. He was a sinner now. Emily said, what? How is that? When I died, I came back as a sinner. Seems like I'm too bad, to be in heaven. I am one bad mofo, though. Stuck it straight to the man twice. Now I'm down here. Ha! As then Emily hugged Adam, and Adam hugged her. It's funny, they never really got along or like each other, but now that they know they're related, they kind of respected each other. After all, Adam was down here for a reason, and so was Emily. Emily might be proud of her reason, Adam might not be proud of his, but that doesn't matter, because they're in this together. As Adam said, ready to meet your sister? Emily would smile and say, yes, Dad.
As Emily and Adam walked to the hotel, suddenly Charlie came out. Wait, is that Adam? Emily! What are you doing here? My father's a sinner, and there's more news. Sir Pentious, he wasn't destroyed. He made it into heaven. Adam would say, are you seriously? He's up there while I'm stuck down here? As then Charlie would start to yell joyfully. As then she said, that's great news, but come in. As Emily came in, Husk, Angel, and the rest of the Has-Been crew were there to meet Emily and to greet her and to treat her graciously.
As they all looked at him, suddenly Lucifer would show up. I got a stepdaughter. Take that, depression. As suddenly Adam would say, hate to butt in, but, you know that, well, technically to be a stepfather, you need to be married. And Lilith left you, and I know we're not married, no matter what you say or sit on that battlefield. As Lucifer would look annoyed and say, oh, Adam, you're here, for permanently. What a pleasant surprise. I know, right? Besides, at least I get to spend time with my daughter. As Emily and Charlie would spend quality time together. As they got along before, but now they're getting along even more, that they know that they're related, and everything makes sense now.
Why they're so alike, why they're so similar, why they're both so kind, and why they both don't fit in so much. Charlie didn't fit in because she was, well, too kind. Emily didn't fit in not because she was too kind, but because she was too kind to the ones below, to the ones who were suffering, for the ones who were in need. And together they can work together on their dream. As Charlie would say, what do you want to do now? Emily would say, I don't know. I always worked so hard in heaven, and I'm going to work hard here, but now I don't really need to work as much. Maybe I would get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or experiment. You never really know. Adam would say, if someone breaks my daughter's heart, I will break them. As they all looked, and Charlie said, Adam, did you actually say something sweet for once in your life? Adam would say, what? No. As they all simply smiled and laughed, it seems like Adam did have a heart, and it was time to start a new life. Charlie and Emily were sisters now, and they were going to build a new life here in the hotel. Emily was going to find a partner, find a way to define herself, and find a way for her to be happy with her new family. And that's going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know about this video in the comments below. I really enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to hit that thanks button if you want to send me a little tip. And yeah, what do you enjoy more, the crossover ones or the ones where I make my own like has-been story to it? I enjoy the has-been things because I feel like the crossover ones have gotten stale, but the crossover ones get more views. And like I've said before, I gotta do what gets the views, you know? As a YouTuber, that's what you gotta do. But at the same time, I don't know. And like, they used to get a lot of views, like Charlie X people and stuff like that, but now they're like starting to fade a little bit. So I'm making this video as an experiment to see if it will do well. If it doesn't do well, I guess I'll just do crossovers for the rest of the month, sadly. Because I gotta do what gets the views, sadly, you know, like I've been saying. But yeah, if you do want to keep seeing these videos, if you do want to keep seeing videos that aren't crossovers, videos that are like ships, or videos like these where they're like, what if family members and stuff, please like, comment, and share it. Share it with all your friends, share it with whoever you can, because it's very important that these get views. Because if these don't get views, I won't make them. Because that's just how YouTube works. It has to get views, so it gets watch time. It has to get watch time, so it's worth me making it. And I wish it didn't work that way. Back before I was monetized, it didn't work that way. Whenever I made a series, I would always try to follow it. I wanted to make up tons and tons of series with tons and tons of movies. So I thought, you know, everyone would watch these movies and it would all build up. And that's not how YouTube works at all, sadly. But yeah, please let me know how you're doing in the comments below. I hope you're going wonderful. I love you all so much. You mean the world to me. Peace out.